Hello, this is Nick Lightbody. I'm going to show you how to put together a design for a page using colours to make it look a bit distinctive. Now, obviously, many web pages are very plain, some are very colourful, and this is merely to show you the approach you can take using deskspaceCMS to get something that's distinctive and that you like. On the screen, we've got a page. It's actually my consultancy page, which just tells people a bit about a few of the things that I've done over the years. And it's very plain. It's black on white, and we're going to look at colour. We're not going to look at fonts and things. That's maybe for another day. But right now, let's look at colour. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do is I've found an image I like, which I'm going to put in as a background image up here for the heading. It's an image I've deliberately chosen because it's got quite a wide range of colours, mainly green, but it's also got this blossom colour. It's actually a shot I took in Bali a year or two ago, and hence the design that's coming out of this is called Bali. Now, we've got to change colours in our theme controls. So these are the settings that control the theme we're currently on. The theme we're currently on is called Demo, and where we're going to get to is the theme Bali, which I've just been working on. So the very first thing we can do is to make the colour of the heading, H1, white, because we need it to contrast with the image behind it. It still doesn't look perfect because there is some white in the image, so we're going to think about what colour to put behind the text here as an overlay on the image to tone down the image a little bit to get the contrast we want. Now over here, here's the one I've done earlier. So I'm going to copy some colours from this and show you how we get them. What we're going to do is to take our colour picker, which is somewhere down here. And we're going to use the colour picker to pick up colours from the image that we want to use. So let's say we want to use that red for something. We can get it like that. Let's say we want to use this nice dark green for something. We can get it like that. I think the other one probably we want is going to be a fairly light green. So we get those colours. I've done this earlier, so I'm going to use the colours that I've actually got from that. But do you see the idea is that find an image that you want to use as the decoration, as the sort of character of your page. Pull some colours out of that image and then use those colours in your page. So let's first of all start off with the background colour. The background colour, I've decided I'm going to use the dark green from the image. So that's going to give us that background colour. Okay. Now we're going to need to also give a toned down version of that for the image. Do you see? So now we've got enough contrast to see the white of the title over the white background. The white background's now got 0.2 of our background colour. So you see we're using RGBA, and if, for example, we change that 0.2 to 0.5, you can see what happens. So you can judge it. You do it however you want, but I'm using 0.2 on this at the moment. We now need to deal with the text. Let's deal with the H2 heading first. Now the H2 heading, I've decided to use that rather fine bright colour that we had in the blossom. So there is the H2. Okay. And I'm actually, rather than using white for that heading, I'm going to use RGBA white on 0.9 just to give it a little bit of softness. Maybe that's too much actually. Let's just try it on one again. Maybe. Anyway, if you use RGBA, it means you can adjust it. You can fine tune it to make sure it looks great on anything. Next thing we want to do is to have the default type color as white, just so we can see it on a dark background. And now we need to do a little bit of styling. So we're going to use the H2 we've done. Let's look at the H3. So for the H3 we're going to use a lighter color for the text, like that. So we use it picking up, you can see the slightly more spring green color from one of these leaves. We also want to give a different background color to this area here, which is H4. I'm going to use this for that. Okay, so we've got another pale, slightly, I say another, it's actually the same, isn't it? It's a 0.7 version of the same green. So we're using the same green here for this text as for here, but here we're using 0.7, and here we're using the full full opacity. Okay. Now we need also, let's pull this across here a bit, we need to just pick up these border colors as well. So the H2 border color we're going to use is this one. So it's the same as that background color, but on 0.7. And we've also got a border color apparently up here for our H1, which I can't see, so let's remove that. I don't think we need that actually. Okay, so now we've got the main colors of the page. What we now need to do is to get the menu here, the links in the page, and the footer, I beg your pardon, the menu here, a bit more appropriate. So let's first of all deal with the page links, which dealt with here. We've got dark blue for the top nav, dark blue for the index when you roll over, which is fine. We just need to change this body color because the red is a bit of a clash here. So looking at what I've done before, the color I've used for that body color, the body that's for a to show a link, is this. It's a yellowy green that comes out of the image there, which to my eye is a little bit more satisfactory than the bright red. Now we've got to look at the top menu. So top menu, we'll just use white there. So let's just pick up white there, go across the top menu, type color, top nav can be white, and site index we'll have that white as well, I think, for the moment. But we need to do the backgrounds there as well, and the backgrounds there, we've got this one on a 0.5 and a 0.7. So the background color for the top nav is going to be that, and a slightly darker version on 0.7 for the menu at the bottom of the page. Okay. Now you can obviously adjust this stuff just as much as you want. I mean, you know, you carry on adjusting as long as you want, do whatever you want. Entirely up to you. Just looking at this, the one bit I'm not entirely happy with is here. This is a little bit. No, it's okay if we go like that though. Yeah, I think we're going to have to live with that. We could play with the font sizes there, but let's not for the moment. So anyway, what we've done now is we've changed a very, very plain black on white web page into something that's got some colour and style. Now, I absolutely accept you may not like greens on your web page, but do you get the point that if you start with an image that's got various complementary and nicely judged colours in it, it's one quick way of working out the colour palette that you want to use. There are many other ways of doing it. This is one, and however you do it, what I have shown you today is how to adjust the key page settings to give you the effect that you want. Thanks very much for watching and listening.